Student course assignments, schedule changes. Welcome. Today's topic is student course assignments, schedule changes. Prior to the start of school, students are bulk scheduled in the random scheduling module, where course requests are entered, tallied, and used to help you create the master schedule. Then batch scheduling creates the majority of your students' schedules. Once these tasks are completed, students' schedules are manually created in course assignments schedules for the start of school and throughout the school year. Student schedules must be complete and accurate. They are the basis for correct average daily attendance reimbursement and accurate end-of-term grade reporting. We will now focus on preliminary setup for student schedules. If you will be using course assignments to enter all students' schedules, some setup is needed in order for you to efficiently schedule students for the start of school. If you are unfamiliar with execution of these tasks, refer to the help topics for each subject area. We'll begin with subject groups. Subject groups are scheduling tools used when scheduling is done by student rather than by class. Check your subject groups if you intend to schedule by student rather than by class. Click View Maintain, Cite Class Sections, Subject Groups and Selection Lists. Refer to the quick sheets, District Subject Groups and Cite Subject Groups for additional assistance. You will want to review the Cite Subject Groups previously created, add any new subject groups if needed, and remove subject groups that are no longer valid. The 4-year course plan can be a useful tool for the counselor and student in the generation of an individualized curriculum. The students' career plans may be used to develop student schedules to help the students focus on and continually reevaluate their chosen career path. Under View Maintain, Student, High School 4-year course plan, you can check an individual student's course plan and use that course plan to assist in scheduling the student. You can also use the career paths, updating the career path subjects if new subjects are offered or existing subjects become inactive for the new school year. You'll need to update your school templates if necessary and update the student's career path. The credit summary on an online transcript may also be used as a scheduling tool. If you take advantage of the credit summary on the transcript to keep your students on track for graduation, please review these items. First, check the graduation department in your district subject list. In each subject, you'll have a department code and a graduation department code. You will also need to verify that your graduation requirements table has been set up. You can check this under Utilities, Term Grades, Graduation Requirements. This will list the minimum number of credits a student needs in order to meet graduation requirements. If you have multiple graduation plans, you'll want to make sure that those plans are also checked. Create student schedule. Once the preliminary setup is completed, you are ready to begin scheduling students. There are several methods to assign a schedule to a student. The most efficient methods are by subject group, by subject list, or by 4-year plan. When any of these are selected, SysK12 narrows the subject focus to speed your data entry. Use any one method or a combination of methods to create student schedules. The availability of multiple scheduling methods provides the greatest flexibility when manually creating student schedules. To schedule a student, you may either choose View Maintain, Student, Course Assignment Schedules, or you may use the icon course assignment schedules. Enter the student's name or any portion of the name and click the Search Selected Site icon. If more than one student appears, select the student using the Selector button to reveal that student's screen. If classes have not yet been scheduled, this grid will be blank. As classes are added to the student's schedule, they will be displayed in the grid based upon the view options that have been selected. The first option under the Actions button is Add by Full Subject List. This will display all subjects offered at your site. You may scroll through the list and select the classes that you wish the student to take. As you add classes, the number on the right side of the screen will display, showing the number of subjects checked. When all items have been selected, click Add Check Subjects to Student, and the screen will refresh and display your choices. The next option under the Actions button is Add by Full Section List. Enter selection. When you choose this option, the screen will display and allow you to enter a course selection based on department, subject, section, period, term, title, or teacher. I can enter a subject number and click Update Display. Make a selection, then click the Add and Stay on this screen button. Enter another selection, update the display, choose that, and then add checked sections to student. Now I have added sections to the student. I may also enter more than one search criteria. I can search by period and teacher. I can search by title and period. I am not limited to one single search criteria in the columns. The next option under the Actions button is Add by Full Section List. Show All. This screen displays all sections of all subjects taught in your site. Notice again, we have the search criteria boxes so we can narrow our view. If we're looking for a 6th period class, we can put in the 6 in the period box and use the Update Display button. If we're only looking for a specific teacher, we can type in that teacher's name and Update Display and display just that class. If we want to find all classes for a specific teacher, we can enter the teacher's name and Update Display and then make our selection from the list. Again, as I add classes, the count is displayed on the far right hand side. I can add and stay on this screen and make other selections, or I can add check sections to the student and then add the sections. While in the Add by Full Section list, you may use multiple search criteria in the grid columns to make your selections. You may use period and title. You may use period and teacher. You may use any combination of these criteria columns in order to select your subject. The next option under our Actions button is Add by Subject Groups. Subject groups that have been created will be displayed here. The student we have selected is a 10th grade boy. Our subject group displayed for 10th grade boys when I click the plus sign, will open and show the subjects that are available in that group. To select the group, I will place a check in the box and then click Add Check Subject to Student. This will display the subjects from that group. Another way to add by subject groups is to use the Subject Group drop-down. It will display a list of the groups that have been created. If using this option, you must also enter a section number. The group filter of the grid requires that this selection number be entered. This filter will work well if scheduling teams where students move as a roster. Select the group from the drop-down first, add the section number, and then click the Add button. This will place the student in the grouped classes. Notice that all the section numbers are 01, as that is what we entered into the section box. The next option under the Actions is Add by Subject Selection List. Click the plus sign next to the group to expand that group of subjects. You will then select the classes from the list that you want to add to the student's schedule. Once your selections have been made, click the Add Checked Subject to Student. This option allows you to select specific courses to be applied to the student's schedule from a group of subjects. Subject groups created from the Subject List option will be displayed for selection. This is typically used for larger subject groups, such as all subjects available at a grade level. Our next scheduling option under the Actions is Add by 4-year Plan. The 4-year plan would have been created with the school counselor prior to the scheduling. Click the plus sign to display the subjects in the student's 4-year plan. Select the subjects and then click Add Checked Subjects section to Student. This will place the classes in the student's course assignments list. After all subjects have been added to the student course assignment screen, you may need to adjust the term for some subjects. This is an efficient way to provide for a student who has successfully completed one semester of a year-long class but needs to retake the other semester. Click the Edit button, then double-click the term box. This will display the options Semester 1, Semester 2, or Semester Any. This will assign the student for the correct semester and allow for scheduling of another class in the remaining semester at the same time. Semester-only classes will display as Semester Any. You may select the semester the student should be assigned or allow the auto-scheduler to choose the best possible solution for the class. You may also adjust the grade purpose column. The default option is regular. Other options are pass-fail, audit, or repeat. For example, a class repeated to improve the grade earned will probably receive no credit. This would then show on the student's transcript one subject with credit and one without. We have now added subjects to our student. In order to finish scheduling this student, we need to add sections. Notice there are no periods, days, section numbers, teacher assignments for this student. The auto-scheduler may be used to place students in all classes. Under the Actions button, use Auto Schedule All Classes for students with no sections, or you may use the option Auto Schedule Only Classes with blank sections. We're going to click Auto Schedule All Classes. The screen will then refresh. If any conflicts arise, the auto schedule will display a conflict matrix. Subjects creating scheduling conflicts for one another will be displayed in red under the Subjects area on the screen. The screen will display the specific problem in the Periods area. The periods that the subject is offered is displayed in the grid along with all other subjects in the student's schedule. You can print this matrix from the printer icon in the upper left-hand corner of the screen. For my subjects, one section is full, the other only is offered on period 1 and is not offered any other time through the day. My options are to save the results and return to the course assignment screen, or cancel and return to the course assignment screen. If I choose to save the results and return to the course assignments, I will receive a warning: irresolvable conflicts occur. If you still want to save the schedule, press the Save button. I can do this, and it will save the schedule, but notice that it did not schedule the two classes that had conflicts. If I choose to return to the screen, I can click the Cancel and Return to Course Assignment screen, which will return me to my subject list. I can then use the trash can to drop a course that the student cannot take. I will click OK, and it will remove the course. Then I can go back to my Actions button and auto schedule again. Now I have classes that have scheduled into periods 1, 2, 3, 4, and 6. So I need to find for this student classes for the 5th and 7th period. So I'm going to save the results and return to the course assignment screen. My warning appears again. Under the Actions button, you will click Add by Full Section Show All. Then search for English 2 to try to resolve the conflict with band. Then click the Update Display button. An English 2 class is available on the 7th period, which means I can take out the first period English 2 class. And auto schedule only classes with blank sections. This will allow me to auto schedule the band class if it will fit in my student's schedule. This screen will display the student's current schedule, and it will also show the new scheduled class. I can cancel and return or save and return. I'm going to save the results and return to the course assignment screen. Now my student still does not have a complete schedule. I need a 5th period class. So I'm going to go to the full section list. My student needs a 5th period class. So I'm going to update display. And now it displays all of the subjects that are available. Once I select a 5th period class for this student, I can add the check sections to the student, and it returns me to the course assignment screen. You will now want to click your Apply button to save the student's schedule. Then, under the Actions button, you can go to the Print option and run an incomplete schedule check to verify that the student has all classes that are needed for both semesters. You can check semester 1 and 2, check all periods. You can do a schedule check or run a letter. When you click Start Report, if the report comes back blank, that confirms that your student has a complete schedule. Click the Done button, return to Actions, Print, and select Print Schedule. On the Print Schedule screen, select your options. You can include the locker combination if it has been assigned. You can show semester credit, sort by A/B day, make any selections you want on this screen, and then click Start Report. When the screen refreshes, it will display the student's schedule showing semester 1 and semester 2 classes. Use the printer icon to print to be able to give the schedule to the student. Click Done after the printing is complete. You click Done again, it will return you to the home screen. During the course of the year, a student may require a schedule change. To drop one class, you'll first click the Edit button, and then click the trash can next to the subject the student wants to drop. A confirmation screen will display, and if this is the class that you wish to drop, you'll click the OK button. The course will be removed from the student's schedule. You will then go to the Actions button and select one of the options previously discussed to add a new class to the student's schedule. For our example, I will select Add by Full Section List, Show All. You can then enter your criteria for searching for a class to replace the subject that was dropped. This student dropped a 6th period class, and it was in the history department, so we'll enter SS for Social Studies and update display, and we can select citizenship and add check section to student. Again, you will want to make sure that you click the Apply button to save the change. Then you can go to the Actions button and print the student's new schedule. If for some reason a student were to drop all classes, that option is also available under the Actions button. You may choose to drop all classes. A confirmation will display asking, "Are you sure?" If you select OK, the classes are removed from the student's schedule. Prior to dropping all classes, you may want to print the existing schedule if you want to retain a copy of it in the student's permanent record. Once the classes are dropped, they cannot be retrieved. You must manually recreate the schedule. Dropped classes can be viewed using the View Course Change History option under the Actions button. The Course Change History shows all the classes that have been added and dropped for a student. This grid can be printed if you choose to do so. This concludes our webinar, Student Course Assignment Schedule Changes. SIS K-12 training support can be found in web portal documentation at sisk12.com under the Support tab and heading Documentation. Customer support for SIS district coordinators can be had via telephone at the number shown or by email at sisk12help@tylertech.com. Please email any questions to sisk12help@tylertech.com using the subject Student Course Assignment Schedule Changes Webinar Questions.